a presentation about Room to Read, and it's a UAE initiative. And I have this, my family is here, two schools, beautiful schools, Little Flamenco School and American School of Dubai, who are my favorite schools in Dubai. And I'm here to show what it's been working for us, because it's a what works seminar. So it's as a global charity organization, we have so many different school initiatives, and then we work with Dubai Cares, and we work with many organizations, and then something that only Dubai can offer. We found it, and that we wanted to share with you. That's the goal of this presentation. Of course, there are probably you all aware about these facts. I mean, ever since we start talking about this kind of thing, you know, the kids in Africa stuff, our kids probably roll their eyes, right? At this point, we talk so much about what's going on in the world, and especially in Nepal. The family live under $2 per day, and so this is the area that the Room to Read works currently. It's a 10 countries country. If you realize, if you notice, we work in the area where the needs are greatest. So what we do, we work with literacy and girls' education. We use school libraries, with schools, libraries, and with the scholarships, all those kind of things. And then this is the thing that I wanted to show us. As a Room to Read, as a global, we achieved so much. But this is they haven't updated it. This is as of 2012. As of now, we established 1,930 schools, and then more libraries, and then the point is we reach children benefited is now, it's about 9.7 million. Our goal is to reach 10 million children by the end of 2015. And I want you to pay attention for these books distributed. That says 12 million something, but now is a 15,641,734 books distributed. This is very significant for Dubai. We have a very good connection, and then there's some surprise facts. Maybe if you've been living in Dubai for long enough, you will know. But we'll tell you something about it. It's a related issue. And then as a Room to Read headquarters, we have a students health and student department, separate department dedicating students and school life here. So I am a UAE chapter leader, but if your school wants to be connected with the Room to Read headquarters, we have a special division, and then there's a special lady who is in New York and San Francisco and connect all the schools. Once we had this International School of Amsterdam wanted to do something with the school in Dubai. And I said, what do you want to do? And they said, oh, why don't we do like a Mamma Mia, they were suggesting some Mamma Mia fun night or something. So there's something that the Room to Read as a global presence, it can help you to reach out. Why don't we do joint fundraiser or some kind of raising awareness campaign? And we have very active students in Hong Kong, of course US, and then the most proud students are, for my part, they're in Dubai. And the reason, the most proud, the work that I think the Room to Read can provide is publishing a book. I think I told you this before. For Room to Read, you can publish a book, local language and English bilingual, and also, can you guess how much Room to Read costs to publish a book like this? Guess. Guess. For us, 10,000. For us to publish a book like this, it costs $1. $1. Just $1. Because we have local publishers in these countries that we work, and then the authors are like, of course we work with very famous renowned authors in that country, But we have a student authors and student illustrator too. And it's you know why we publish local language? Because sometimes you need to learn your native language first in that country in order to get the primary education first. English as a second language, yes. So that's why we try to do bilingual books, but mostly we focus on publishing in a local language book. And then mostly I told you it's from the local students and then authors, and so it's a great way to learn about because stories are from their old tales from their own country. So it's very educational books too. And then also Dubai, I know you arrange a lot of community service trip out to this country, the Sri Lanka, Nepal, especially. I mean, Nepal needs a lot of help. Roomtree has set up a special fund for Nepal since we started in Nepal, so we have a very strong presence there. So maybe we can help. But the thing is, it's what the books, carrying books are heavy actually. Buying books here in Dubai are also expensive. Books are very expensive. So maybe we had a team going to Nepal, and then instead of collecting books and carrying all those books, they did some kind of fundraisers, because in that way they can donate more books, because you don't have to carry any books. You just contact local publishers, and then the school that the students, the schools are making a community service to, we can arrange it. I have a school, it was Dubai Buddhist School, they have a sister school in India, and see, nothing, it was just a phone call. We have this much funds and we want to benefit our sister school in India and we want to buy books. How many books? It's simple it is, and then, but it's very effective way, and then because books are very rare. They don't have books. In the school, that's why we really focus, we try to tell you, we're focusing on this local books publishing. And then probably here in UAE too, if you think about it, I collect books, but people look for Arabic books, and it's very hard to find. And we hope that maybe we can work with these amazing Arabic authors, KHDA, maybe we can publish more Arabic books, and then maybe we can distribute. That's something that I wanted to mention. But let's talk about this, this books distributed, the numbers that I mentioned. 1,323,218 books. Do you remember 2008, Dubai Care Million Book Challenge? That's when there was no Dubai Mall. There's no Dubai Mall, no metro. Burj Khalifa was getting built, and then that's when we started, the Room to Read started in UAE. We started working with the Dubai Care, and then the fact that I wanted to take this opportunity when the KHDA offered to present Room to Read is because Room to Read started with the support of, look at this, 141,425 public and private primary school students and 159 schools. You guys participated in the Million Book Challenge. And 10 days, you guys read that much book. I saw Indian high school students. Indian high school was the school, every day we would collect numbers of the books that they read. I collected the numbers from American School to buy DAA, and it's really, really amazing project. And then, so the goal was to reach 1 million books, and then you guys surpassed, and Dubai Care published the one by one, matched one by one. So among all those books that I showed you, number of the books that we distributed, 1.3 million is from Dubai. Right? Dubai, you guys provided them. It's just another great way that I wanted to say thank you, the school environment, all the schools in Dubai, that we really appreciate this effort. This was something that, it's a mind-blowing opportunity for a charity like us. The reason why I want to show you, I want to present what works for us here in this event was we wanted to tell all the schools and the teachers that we, as a global charity organization, we have a global corporate sponsors, and especially now we have a partnership with Dubai Chamber of Commerce. And these large corporations, they have corporate social responsibility division. And they're very active in they want to get involved with the school. They want to be part of support the education that's happening in UAE. And we were able to get, I'm not telling you I have a magic wand and if you want something, I'll just, just bring the company to fund your project. But what it's been working is we have Deutsche Bank, they will just call us because they are members at the Dubai Chamber of Commerce, the Corporate Social Responsibility Division, and they will tell me they are renovating some branches and they have some office furniture. Then I'll reach out to school, something that if you need or you don't need, that's fine. Dubai Property Group, and then all these companies, they have unused marketing material. That's how it started. I asked them to donate those unused marketing materials, like furniture, books, and also the one thing that they're really keen on is career guide. I think also school also schools are the main organization that really focusing on education, but I realized, I'm sharing my experiences with a lot of large corporations, they want to help. They really want to spend their resources on this education because, of course, the next session will be the gift of education that what they're going to talk about is that everybody wants to be part of it. And so they have found, of course, they can relocate resources. That's what I'm saying, relocating resources. It's not about raising money, raising funds, and then giving corporate companies to give you the money or whatever. But it's about they want to find a way to help students more inspired and motivated to continue their education. That's another way is the career guide. They wanted to come out and talk about their jobs, what education they took. Recently, the event game day, we had these law firms and construction companies that came and they talked with the students about what the education path that they took and what is entailed being a lawyer or being working in the construction company, and which was, I think, it's very important the motivation factor for students. It's something that we can arrange it with you. And then the school also, as a school, we recycle. That's something that we really want to focus is, there are some really, maybe you're changing the curriculum. Maybe you are, you're doing something else, and then you can let us know what you're getting rid of, or with the unwanted items. Maybe we can find a new home. And that's simple, that's very simple, but it works. Sometimes it's someone else's, trash or something. Those kind of things, it works really fine. So I'm reaching out to both sides. If you want something, or if you need something, or if you can donate something, we can be a mediator. We can connect you guys, and then we can maybe encourage you to build a partnership between two schools, which will come next session, and then we will hear about that. And then also, the last picture down there, that was just amazing one, was this, we have American School of Dubai presenting here. They usually have musical. It's like Broadway musical. I've never seen school musical so much fun and so grand. And then very generous offer. They offered 50 tickets. So we kind of reached out to the community, some schools that were interested, and then Al Thuraya School students that came with the principal. And Mr. Bell, the teacher who was in charge, they took the students in the backstage. They met the characters, and the bad witch of the north or south. She was just fantastic, and everybody had a really, really good time. Those kind of events I really want to encourage. It's not going to happen like, oh, here's a ticket, you come anybody. No, it has to be well organized in advance. Who's coming? Who's going to accompany the children? And but if it's well advanced, well organized, this event benefits really both sides, because you might have, say I have these empty seats, I could have offered these empty seats to someone else. So it's very, it works very well. So if you have a musical that you're so proud, I mean, I'm sure the band concert, orchestra concert, I think we can, if you can do some kind of exchange, cultural exchange type of event, it'll work really, really well. And then it doesn't cost any money. I guess the transportation has to be arranged, but that works really, really well. And then we arrange community service trip. It can be a field trip or it can be a community service trip, but we are just really, really happy to offer this kind of opportunity. In the middle picture, you see those two students are grade 3 students. They were actually being a day teacher for grade 1 or KG2 students, and it worked well. They were talking about their favorite books, their favorite characters, and then it's just, what I'm saying is that age doesn't matter, and then if you just, if the students are motivated, and then they will to share a lot of things, then it can be possible. So we always want volunteers, because there are always plenty of opportunity for you can volunteer during the week or the weekends, and then all kinds of events. And this is the part that this is really the main goal. It's ultimate goal of our UAE Room to Read is we're in the stage that there are thousands of charities out there. As a school, related with all these education issues, I understand that as a school you have to be very cautious, like who's raising money, and then what's the regulations, and all those kind of things. But we found the way is that we inspire students. They can just follow passion, individually or as a group, or there's always a creative way to do something about the thing. And then, so that's why the second session that we have, this amazing story between two schools, how they found each other and what they're doing, but that as a group, school to school. But I wanted to call Elgin. He's gonna show you that just simple way, very simple way that I just challenged him. Okay, volunteering for the help, academic things, and then what is that you really want to do? And this is what he came up with, and then we want to share with you.
Okay, so hello, my name is Elgin, and I'm going to present my community project, which is called the First Key Initiative. So just a little background first. I met Room to Read founder John Wood in 2008, which was 7 years ago, and volunteered at Room to Read for the last 7 years. So this experience challenged and inspired me to do something of my own, which involved my passion for music. I have been playing violin for the last 7 years and wanted to utilize my talents as a violinist. While I was volunteering for these local schools, I noticed that some schools did not offer a music class. So I don't think I could have lived without music. So that gave me an idea of teaching music and decided to make it an official organization. And that is how I started First Key Initiative. So to start off, let me discuss our mission. So our goal is to help underprivileged children to learn and enjoy the healing gifts of music. What we do is we teach various instruments and music theory. Since we also wanted them to appreciate music, we arranged concerts for our students. The bottom left picture presents two of my students, while the right picture presents a community concert that we arranged that included Our orchestra, the Emerson Symphony Orchestra, the Premier Music College of Prague, the Youth Orchestra of Poland, and the State Music School of the Russian Federation, where we performed at the Elite English School. So how it started. First Key Initiative was founded September 22nd, 2014, where me and my music teacher, Mr. Yakutsi, visited the Little Flower English School. We held 2 auditions. One of them was on that day, and one was on the 25th. And we selected 3 students to teach violin and music theory. The bottom picture shows the children who auditioned. As well, we started a class that taught a group of 15 students recorder lessons, xylophone lessons, and piano lessons as well. To describe how we run, well, is we ask for donations of any musical instruments from schools, like recorders, violin, etc. We also had previously corrected recorders and xylophones from the American School of Dubai and violins from the Emerson Symphony Orchestra. I would like to take this opportunity to thank their generous support, because without it, we couldn't have started this in the first place. So, once a week, every Thursday, we volunteer and teach children at the Little Flower English School. As I had previously mentioned, we ask fellow musicians to perform in community concerts for schools. The picture shows me and my teacher at the audition, where we basically presented the instruments and basic music theory concepts. So for our future plans, we plan to continue to seek volunteers and contributors. We will also continue to host concerts, including our student musicians. We would also love to work with as many schools as we can to invite our students to their concerts. Finally, we would also like to form a First Key ensemble consisting of musicians to perform in hospitals. And for suggestions and comments, please visit the website firstkey.org. So thank you for listening to my presentation.
It's just wanted to show this a simple, you should ask a student question. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And what is the challenge that you would like to focus on? Because there's always reading. There's so much help going on, but each student has a different passion, right? One will, like Layla, I think she loves science. We have music, and we can ask those students. And students out there in the exhibition hall is the example. They're following the passion. I talked to some of them. They're having this project, all these kind of things. But there's always a creative way. And then we have. He found a way that, okay, you know what? Asking for musical instruments, and then especially like violin. It's quite difficult, so that's why I think we have to do auditions. We need to have some kind of talents. And then, amazingly, there are a lot of students that are very talented, but the music education, lessons are quite expensive. So generous of these 2 organizations, and then we were able to do more things like that. And then, so this is, another picture, it's the next session, which is going to be at 11:15 or 11:30, I think, now. What we wanted to show was, it just started by students. We as a Wunchu League, we collected books, we wanted to build a library, and we wanted to have some local schools who need more libraries. And then the story you will hear, it's quite amazing that it's all about the student initiative, and then you will, I hope you attend, and then 11:15, 11:30 presentation. There was a Little Flower School and American School of Dubai. Students going to be present, no adults. Students will talk about their side of the story. And so my goal of this presentation is we want to reach out with all schools, first thanking for all the support, and then we want to connect maybe some school to schools, school to corporations, and then we have a way to help and support you guys. Of course, it's going to be difficult because we have very limited resources, but now the technology, just email, it's very, again, I told you, it's very quite simple. Email, and And then we just have to, I have to reach out different communities, and then I can just provide the solution. And sometimes it works very well, and then hopefully you can reach out to us either side, because I see the growth in both sides and then the benefit for both sides. So, thank you for listening, and then maybe if you have a question, I can answer your questions. If not, then anyway, my name is Mimi Yang, and actually my email is mimiyang71@hotmail.com. Very, very easy. And then you can reach to us. And then I was talking to one of those students. They were doing some kind of project, right? And then if you think about it, I know it's a school environment, but in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, the tech company might be able to help them out. Those kind of the connection that we make all the time. So those kind of partnership that we want to let you know. So you can be, we can just support your project, or if you have a school project, if you need a little more funding for like science lab or something. It's something that is quite easy for large corporations to donate unused products, like GE, for example, can have some laptops available for students, but it has to be a very worthy cause. But hopefully you can reach out to us, and then we'll be able to help. Thank you so much. Thank you.